I get tickets for you. Be caller 10-216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Now you can enjoy that sickening middle of the night. What am I going to do with my life? Feeling in the afternoon.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Three 35192. Want to send a text? You can watch live at AlanCoxShow.com. Thanks again to Chugger Monksloop for helping out today. Cavs win in Detroit last night against the Pistons, 102-94 was the final. Cavs are pretty banged up right now, but they pulled it out last night. They're in Toronto tonight to play the Raptors. That's a 7:30 start here on MMS and the iHeartRadio app. 7 o'clock is when the pregame will begin there. If you want to get the full coverage. I love how the Miami Heat are trying to get out of their naming rights deal. I think it used to be, the Heat used to play at American Airlines Arena. And they hopped on the crypto train. And so the Miami Heat now play at FTX Arena.
Whoa.
And I think they have a 13-year naming rights deal. I don't know how these naming rights deals work because it seems pretty rare that they run the entire length of the contract. It'll be like, we signed a 13-year deal, and then 6 years later, they sell it to somebody else. So I don't know how that works. Maybe they
buy them out or something.
Yeah, or maybe both sides, there's an option to bail. But Miami-Dade County, I'm sorry, I misspoke. They are stuck in a 19-year contract with FTX. I think it's adorable that people thought that FTX is going to be around for almost 20 years. And so they are desperately hoping to be able to get out of that and change their name. The county owns the arena, so Miami-Dade County owns that joint. It's an awesome arena. They signed a 19-year, $135 million naming rights deal with FTX, the crypto exchange that, of course, just nuclear melted down last week, being investigated by everybody now and blah, blah, blah.
I thought it couldn't be investigated. Or it can't be regulated. I don't know anything about crypto.
Oh, you can invest financial crimes if you think that's what's going on. Yeah, the SEC and all the, Of course, the first thing you do is you file for Chapter 11. And then that'll go to court and blah, blah, blah. But part of the bankruptcy protection order that FTX wants, Miami-Dade's like, yeah, can that get us out of... They've already paid $20 million, and they have another $5.5 million due in January. And the default on FTX's part will require the company to pay the county for 3 years, which is about $17 million. But since they don't seem to have any money at all anymore, when it's all made up, you can say you have I got $30 billion. Hey, cool. Me too. So, yeah. Because what? The Lakers play at the Crypto.com arena now? Is that where they didn't? What's the venue in L.A. that
it was
Crypto.com?
And people are like, I'm going to miss it being called Staples Center. But Staples isn't going to be around much longer either.
Well, and they hated when they changed it to the Staples Center.
Right.
They were all mad then. We had what do we have now? Now it's Guaranteed Rate Field where my White Sox play, but it used to be U.S. Cellular Field. And I don't even know if that company is around anymore. But again, that's another company that had some massive naming rights deal, and then halfway through, they're like, nah, I'm going to sell it to somebody else. So I don't know how those things work. Yeah, it was the Staples Center for a couple of decades. I don't even remember what it was before that. What was it before it was a Staples Center?
I think that
was...
The
Forum? Not the Forum.
No, the Forum was a different place.
Yeah.
I think it was built, and it was always the Staples Center because...
Oh, it was a new arena.
Yeah, it was a new arena.
Gotcha. Well, there you go. How did all of your premiering go, by the way? That happened over the break.
It went fantastic.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun with it. So Tuesday, after I recorded the podcast, had...
I'm sorry, what podcast?
The Bill Squire Show. It's available on things. And...
Promotion.
YouTube is the best place to get it, where you can watch my special. pure BS. So we did a live stream or like a live global premiere and had a bunch of people watch it and they were commenting along with it. And that went really great. And then over the weekend, it did what I was hoping it would do. And just each day it would kind of ramp up a little more and a little more. And got a lot of messages from people, a lot of comments on it. And it's doing really, really well.
People are digging it?
Yet?
I'm really happy with it. Let me see. As if I didn't just check 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
9.9
Dude,
thousand.
in less than a week. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'm really happy with
Is
it.
that something that like you constantly check?
I went out of my way to not constantly check it. Like I forced
But it's
myself.
always in the back of your mind.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
in the back of my mind. Like the first night I was checking it a lot, and then Thanksgiving, and then I didn't check it that much like after that first night.
Mhm.
But then woke up this morning and checked it, and I was very, very happy with how it's doing. And I did a bunch of podcasts to promote it. A lot of people shared it. Appreciate everybody that shared it and commented and liked it, because that really does help boost it into the algorithm and makes it visible to other people that like similar type of comedy. Had a couple posts of clips from it that did really well on Instagram and TikTok that also drove a lot of viewers to it
Okay.
as well.
So what are your
It's-
hopes for this special?
Yeah, the end game is what?
To not have to see your dumb faces ever again.
Bye.
Just
you can
to
just
make-
quit.
Just
Just
I
leave.
want Gangnam Style numbers on this YouTube video. I want 1 billion views. No, I mean,
If
I just,
only you were a Korean comedian.
Yeah. I would like, the goal within a year is to hopefully hit like 100,000 views.
Yeah,
I
that'd
would
be
love
awesome.
that. That would be Bam Bam, which I released on my birthday last year or earlier this year. The video version is at 50,000, so I don't think it's outside of the possibility. It's just,
You've
you
put
know,
2 out within this year.
Yeah, because Bam Bam, the album came out in 2021, but then I cut together some of the video footage that I had and made a special out of it. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do another one. Well, we got this heat on YouTube and go from there. And hopefully it'll keep building and people will keep watching it and sharing it. And a lot of people said it's their favorite special or album that I've released. And I agree with them. It's my favorite. I love this one. It's very funny.
Awesome. That's great.
And you guys all watched it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not, no.
I put it on with no sound while I was driving home. Does that count?
Yes.
Put
Still
it on
legal.
with
I'll
no
take it.
sound.
Like I had it on in my car while I was driving, but I wasn't listening to it. I was there for the recording, but I got you the view.
Wait
I
a
upped
second.
your
Okay.
numbers.
Why would
No,
you
no, I appreciate
not
that.
listen to it?
Because I didn't want to. I was listening to something else.
I still appreciate the view.
Oh, so that
The
was
watch
just to get
time.
a view,
Did
a
you
single
comment?
view on
A
it?
like and a comment helped too.
I don't think I commented.
A comment. I loved listening to this with the sound off.
Yes.
This was fantastic.
I
I'm
just
in
like
my
looking at
car.
Bill.
Yep. He is so handsome. And I'll tell you what, whoever came up with an impure BS, they
So
are
funny.
hilarious. I'll tell you what, it is the best comedy special I've ever seen with no sound. Love Mary.
I like tell a story
Santora.
with my emotions.
Uh-huh.
And all that physical comedy I do.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with how it's performed so far. And I'm hoping that people keep sharing it and it builds, and hopefully by this time next year, 100,000 views. Hopefully sooner than that.
That's awesome.
We'll see.
Okay, I have, I assume by now you've gotten to go over the white people's Thanksgiving dinner versus the black people's Thanksgiving dinner.
The white one is so accurate. There's a little inaccuracy in the black.
You just went to your first one.
No, I didn't say I went to a white people first white people Thanksgiving. I've gone to several.
Well, then how did you not know that they start at 1 in the afternoon?
I did know that. That's why I said every white.
Well, then
person
why did
thinks-
you eat breakfast?
Because I needed something in my stomach for the morning. I didn't want it to be a big old lump. Like I didn't want to be like
I
a snake
see.
where it just has a big meal and it just is sitting there and it doesn't get pushed down.
What do you unlock your jaw when you're eating Thanksgiving dinner?
Yes. And I mind you, I had already had a Thanksgiving on Saturday. Then I had Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving with Bill's family.
Yeah.
And then I had another one when celebrating with my brother because my
Oh
brother
my
wasn't there for
God.
the first one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I
You had to pace yourself.
I had to eat some breakfast. Again, it wasn't anything crazy. But every white person's Thanksgiving that I visited, even like a Friendsgiving, they always have it at like 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I'm like, that's not Thanksgiving. That's a lunch.
Well,
like that's a lunch.
All right. Jeff, who's one of our listeners, said one of his black coworkers posted it.
It's
And
true.
it says white people's Thanksgiving dinner, 5 to 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. And then they list the menu. And there's about a dozen items. There's roasted turkey and stuffing and cranberry and pumpkin pie and lemon tea. Total amount of attendance, 4 to 10 people, not including the dogs and cats that sit at the table.
There's a couple of things on the black list that I object to.
And then they have black people's Thanksgiving dinner, 2 p.m. until Sunday at 9 p.m. Total amount of attendance, unlimited. X's and new bays are welcome as long as you know how to act. There'll be an 18-minute prayer over the food by the oldest relative present, unless the pastor's there. Absolutely no dogs or cats, either near the kitchen or dining room. Now, I'm not going to go down the whole list, but it is
There's some
There's
exponentially
like
more.
40 things.
The one thing I will say that is absolutely true, and I was checking 2 things to make sure they were on here. First of all, the catfish.
Catfishes. That's what I zeroed in on because it's so good.
It's absolutely true. I don't think there's ever been like a family gathering where someone's like doesn't attempt to bring catfish, and
Right.
we're like, it's always the one uncle where you're like, we don't want to eat anything that you make, but he's the one bringing the catfish. I don't eat catfish, but I just know that that's.
Oh, you don't
always
like
on
catfish? Oh, really?
And then the chitlings.
Yeah, chitlins. Chitlin, smoked ham, honey baked ham, country ham, ribs, beef, and pork. Giblet gravy. Jellied canned cranberry sauce. Some people are partial to that. I like the cranberry sauce with the
Me
cranberries
too.
in it
Yeah.
because I put that on my turkey.
Yeah, I prefer the
I prefer it
actually
to
made-
gravy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like on turkey.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once you get that smoked turkey, though, you could eat that just as is. You didn't need any gravy or anything.
I
It
just
was
like the
so
flavor
good.
combo.
Yeah.
Lots of greens, turnip, collard mustard, ham hocks, boiled okra. See, I can't get down with okra. Like
It's
a lot of
so
the other
slimy.
stuff. It's not for me.
I saw a TikTok, I think it was, of someone rinsing their greens in the bathtub.
Oh, I saw that one.
And I was,
yeah.
and I was like,
Like,
Mom,
this is how you do it.
I was like, Mom, that's literally when my grandmother was alive. I remember some of my earliest memories was sitting in the kitchen with her, and she had like a big thing of newspapers that covered up the entire kitchen floor and just a mound of greens.
Wow.
And I was like, why didn't we think of that? The bathtub. That's so futuristic. Like,
So
duh.
futuristic.
Futuristic,
Why?
the bathtub.
We should have just cleaned it in the bathtub.
And let's make some gin in there when we're done.
They have the thing where they say there's going to be an 18-minute prayer over the food by the eldest member unless the priest is there or
Yeah.
the preacher's there. Blake, my boyfriend's daughter, is not raised in the church. They don't
Right.
they don't go to church or anything like that. So she before we got to my family's house, who's very religious, she goes, "Are we going to do the thing where we all hold hands and talk about the food?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yes, we're going to do that.
We're going to do that thing. I
Yep.
promise you
Yep.
that.
You just sit there with your head down and you don't have to say anything. You don't have a speaking part.
Yeah, just listen and hold a hand.
Black eyed peas, broccoli rice casserole, sweet potatoes. See, I'm not down with sweet potatoes either. It's too bad.
I love sweet potatoes.
They're so good for you. I wish I liked them. I just do not like sweet potatoes.
But not on Thanksgiving because they got like marshmallows on top and they're full of butter and
I don't
sweet
like them
potato.
at all.
Oh, yeah.
Don't like them. Tuna salad, tossed salad, lasagna, shrimp, crab legs,
See, that,
gumbo.
and that's where I draw the line. No, there's not. There would be pasta salad, yes, but there's no spaghetti. There's no lasagna.
We have lasagna at ours. My
Really?
sister makes bomb lasagna.
Huh.
So we have lasagna.
Wouldn't be no fettuccine alfredo.
Crab legs?
Depends.
Okay,
Crab's
I can put some
expensive.
crab legs.
That wouldn't be like off the menu, but like no one is gonna just go out and bring that.
I like also on the list all of the sold out Patti LaBelle pies.
Well, no, that,
You know,
that
Patti LaBelle makes pies.
We had a Patti LaBelle pie.
Did you?
Yeah.
but see,
They're pretty
that's
good.
Patti
I heard they're
LaBelle-
legit.
Yeah, it was a Patti LaBelle chocolate chip cookie pie.
All
And I
right.
saw, I was like, ooh, I'm going to impulse buy that. And then I showed my girlfriend the Patti LaBelle national tree lighting ceremony from the 90s
Oh,
where
yeah.
she's got no
Flip the car,
background
flip the
singers. Where's my background singers?
Yeah. The mocha chocolata pie,
But yeah.
pecan pie, egg pie, chess pie, chocolate pie, peach cobbler, lemon cake, pound cake, red velvet cake. A lot of stuff on it. Popcorn, shrimp kebab, bean pies, Little Debbie snack cakes, pot pies, old Halloween candy. I like that. Cottage cheese, ramen noodle, sardines, ranch style beans, Lil Smokies, Kool-Aid is on the list. Eggnog, Seagram's gin, E&J, Patron Ciroc. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff on there.
The Patti LaBelle pies, to white people, that's great. But, like, the black families make their pies just like Patti LaBelle does, so they don't necessarily have to buy them. I think that black women, especially the older black women, that is like their
They take
specialty.
pride in it.
They
yeah.
take pride in it, so they compete with each other. You got the two older ladies in here, like, Eugene and Pam, like they are fighting.
Well, then
Jean's an old woman?
Who's buying
Jean's an
these
old
then?
woman.
Because she sells a lot of these sweet potato pies. Who's buying these?
I'm buying them.
I'm not saying they're not black people aren't buying them, but I think especially for like Thanksgiving, the older women are like, y'all not gonna taste my pies. Y'all want Patty's
I see.
pies.
How often
Y'all
do you think they're getting switched out where they're buying the
Right.
pies and then they're taking it out of the box and wrapping it up and putting it in a dish to make it seem like they made a pie?
If Patty's smart, then the actual pie itself would have some type of signature or like trademark on it.
It's like a brand in the middle of her peach cobbler?
I think she would know that because
She doesn't care. She sold the pie either
Right.
way, so she doesn't need that branding.
She doesn't need to
afterwards.
out 'em.
Yeah.
because I mean, doesn't it come in like a certain type of plastic or I've
Well,
never
it comes
bought
in a
one, so-
box, but
So
it's
put it in a different pan.
you put it in a different pie pan, and then nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
A woman went viral on TikTok saying that every event she goes to, they always tell her to make the mac and cheese. And she just pulled a frozen Stouffer's mac and cheese out, and then she puts cheese on top,
Yeah.
pops it in the oven. She goes, every single time, put it in my own dish. And then everyone's like, you make the best mac and cheese.
What do you think your sister's doing with the family-sized lasagna at
No.
Stouffer's? She's putting it in ceramic and cooking it and bringing it over.
No, that's the one thing that she's like worked. She's only 30, but like that was like what she decided was going to be her thing. And she's like perfected it over the years, makes the sauce, all that kind of stuff. It's really good.
Is this the OnlyFans sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the OnlyFans sister.
All right.
She's showing you her giblets.
Oh my goodness.
Whether it's lasagna or herself, she's way into flaps.
Oh man, I did a show the night before Thanksgiving, and this comic it was in Warren, and this dude was doing a guest set, and he was dressed in a turkey onesie, and it was so uncomfortable because he was just going around with a wireless mic and like rubbing the turkey like neck that was hanging down.
The waddle?
The turkey waddle, yeah, on people and going, do you like that? Do you like when I put my in a, and nobody liked it, and it was so uncomfortable. And it was
You mean like somebody
real weird show.
You mean like somebody moaning through football picks, maybe?
No, that's fun.
This guy's
I'm not getting on your body though.
and you best not.
Yeah. I don't go right up into your ear and say, "Oh yeah."
You are in my ear. It's
it's
coming
in our
right through my
ears.
headphones.
Yeah.
But you're not
Through the
feeling,
microphone,
You're not
it-
feeling my breath as I say it.
But I feel like I am.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because I'm a good performer.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel like you're there.
Let
yeah,
me,
that was really uncomfortable.
So he was like a local host or what?
Yeah, he was just like a local comic out in the Youngstown, Warren area, and
dressed like
he
a
was
turkey.
Dressed like a turkey. Tried to do this silly bit, and it was, I don't know. Some people it went over with, but I could see the guy that was running the show. He's like, "You give a guy a chance, and
Right.
he just does something so disturbing."
You
Like,
give a guy
he
a
was
turkey
mad.
costume, and
Yeah.
this is what happens.
But other than that, it was a fun show,
All right.
and some customers came out. So thanks to those guys.
Well, people in Warren, they like things a little different. They like stuff a little off sides. They like to have fun out there. And they took away all the rub and tugs. They're looking for something. Sometimes it's a guy in a turkey costume.
That's right.
I got a break here. If you want to text for something, 35192 to get me there. AlanCoxShow.com. Watch live and listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS.
Buzzard Radio.